Tonight, before you fall asleep, I want you to notice something. The light above your head, the screen in your hand, the alarm clock waiting for tomorrow morning, the walls around you, the schedule already planned for the next day. It all feels normal. So normal that you probably never question it. But here's the strange truth. Almost none of it is normal for a human being. Not in the context of human history, not in the context of evolution. If you could bring back one of your ancestors from 50,000 years ago and show them your life, they wouldn't see comfort. They wouldn't see progress. They would see something bizarre. A species living indoors, sleeping under artificial suns, working for strangers, staring at glowing rectangles, and spending most of its life disconnected from the world it evolved in. Because for nearly 300,000 years, humans lived in a completely different reality. A reality that shaped every instinct, emotion, fear, and desire still living inside your brain today. And the strange part is this. Your body still thinks you live there. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning. No alarm, no calendar, no emails, no deadlines, no boss waiting for you. The sun rises, you wake naturally. Not because a clock tells you to, but because your body is ready. For most of human history, this was how every morning began. There were no jobs, no salaries, no promotions, no careers. The idea that your time belonged to someone else would have sounded absurd. Instead, every day began with a simple question. What does the group need today? Maybe food, maybe water, maybe new tools, maybe nothing at all. Anthropologists studying modern hunter-gatherer societies discovered something surprising. Many groups spent only a few hours each day securing food. The rest of the day belonged to conversation, creativity, play, rest, teaching children, maintaining relationships, things modern society often treats as distractions. But for most of human existence, they were life itself. Then the sun disappeared, and the world changed. Today, darkness barely exists. Cities glow all night. Screens follow us into bed. Streetlights erase the stars. But for your ancestors, night was something entirely different. Night was absolute. The darkness was so complete that you couldn't see your own hand. Beyond the firelight was uncertainty, predators, unknown sounds, invisible dangers. And yet, something remarkable happened around those fires. For the first time in human history, people had extra hours after sunset. Hours that did not belong to survival. Hours that belonged to imagination. Around the fire, conversations changed. People stopped talking about food, stopped talking about hunting, stopped talking about daily problems. Instead, they told stories. Stories about heroes. Stories about spirits. Stories about ancestors. Stories about impossible worlds. The campfire became humanity's first theater. Its first classroom. Its first religion. Its first internet. Civilization may not have begun in cities. It may have begun in circles of firelight. There is something else your ancestors did that would seem strange today. They did not sleep the way you do. For thousands of years, humans slept in two separate phases. First sleep, then wakefulness, then second sleep. People would wake naturally in the middle of the night, not with panic, not with anxiety, not believing something was wrong. It was normal. They would think, pray, talk quietly, reflect on dreams, or simply sit in silence beneath the stars. Modern people call this insomnia. Your ancestors called it night. And perhaps that is why so many people today lie awake at 2 a.m., wondering why they cannot sleep. Maybe their bodies are not broken. Maybe their bodies are remembering. Then came agriculture, and with it came the biggest bargain humanity ever made. We gained food security, but we lost freedom. Fields demanded attention. Crops demanded protection. Animals demanded care. For the first time, human life became organized around endless labor. Populations exploded. Villages became towns. Towns became cities. And slowly, humans became servants of their own systems. Schedules appeared. Rules appeared. Hierarchy appeared. The ancient rhythm of life began to disappear, and there was no way back. Thousands of years later came another transformation. Artificial light. For hundreds of thousands of years, night had belonged to darkness. Then, suddenly, humans conquered the dark. Street lamps, gas lamps, electricity, screens. For the first time, the sun no longer controlled human life. We could stay awake forever, work later, sleep less, ignore the rhythms that had shaped us for millennia. And our bodies never fully adapted, because evolution moves slowly. Technology moves fast. Tonight, when you turn off the lights, remember this. Inside your skull is a brain designed for a world that no longer exists. A world of campfires, dark skies, long conversations, stories shared beneath the stars. A world where nobody had a job title. Nobody checked notifications. Nobody rushed through life chasing productivity. That world is gone, but traces of it remain inside you, in your need for connection, in your love of stories, in your fascination with fire, in your longing for silence. Your ancestors are gone, but the human they built is still here. And every now and then, usually late at night, that ancient human quietly remembers.